Howdy, howdy, folks. A-Train here with you for another episode of Life is Feudal, Forest Village. Before building a pasture, make sure that you have free hunters to defend it. Also, don't forget to have food and water available for the animals. Cows and sheep eat hay and grass crops, while chickens and pigs eat oats. All of these resources can be gathered in fields. All right, so two things there. You've got to have a hunter nearby because a fox gets in, it'll eat the chickens, or a wolf will kill your cows or your sheep, okay? And you really don't want a bear in the village. That would be bad. So, as part of what I've discussed recently in repositioning your hunting lodges, which is something we're going to do here, we are currently in pause. And so welcome back to Mirefield. And let's see what we got going on here. It is winter of year 5. We have 21 inhabitants. It is snowing. It's 26 degrees Fahrenheit. Let's see what we got going on. We got 3 people free, 3 people fishing. I'm reading here in the professions box, which has moved slightly. Okay, and you may say, hey, A-Train, that looks a little different. Screen looks a little different here. You would be correct, viewer. I was just reading. A patch has just come down, so I've just downloaded it. So you and I are seeing this for the first time together, and I gotta say something.
Damn!
That looks cool. I mean, I'm not saying that because it's snowy and 26 degrees in the village, but man, look how sharp that looks. I don't even think I have the highest resolution settings going, but in the fields, you can still see some dirt protruding above the snow, and the trees. I mean, this looks like something out of a Bob Ross painting. Look at that. It's just gorgeous. The smoke coming up looks better. The detail looks better. You know, the roofs they have snow on them, but you can still see details through them of the slats and the design, the structure. But the trees look phenomenal. Okay, so what's in this patch, A-Train? You know, quit drooling on your computer. That's another good question. Okay, so a lot of it's just aesthetics. In particular, it has things to do with your villagers. Apparently now there's like a random dynamic in the program that will make sure they have different faces. Okay, so hopefully males are only going to have male faces, and you won't see chicks with like goatees and stuff, because that'd look a little silly. But the other thing will not affect our gameplay here, and it has to do with a new. I'm doing air quotes here, disaster, which is raiders. Now, I don't think these are of the Lost Ark. And I don't think they're from Oakland. So, what it is they're people that will come and raid your village. So apparently you have to build fortifications. Castle structures. Let's see what we got here. Well, because I really haven't messed with this. There's a castle barn, castle smithy, a market. There's a donkey farm, and donkeys I think are used to move stuff around from warehouse to warehouse and what have you. An accountant's house. Okay, so then there's a keep. There's a watchtower. There's a stone tower, and then there's your castle gate and your castle walls. Okay. So that's interesting. You can also build fences. Let's check out the fences you can do here. You can build a wooden gate, a wooden wall, which I guess would be a palisade wall, wooden pillar, stone gate, stone wall, and a stone pillar. Okay, very good. That's interesting. But since we have disasters turned off, it should not affect us. Okay? So I'm seeing a couple of other different things up here in the GUI. Like the snowflake looks a little different, and the people look a little different. These all look pretty much the same. I don't see a whole lot of difference there. Oh, wait a minute. What is this? That looks new. Academician researches new technologies keep required. So you got to have a keep for that. That's new. Huh. All right. Let's see. I don't think anything else looks new. No. I know we've got the donkey farm or the caravaner here, and that's what the donkeys pull carts that transfer stuff from one barn to another or one warehouse to another, and they can transport it in mass. Whereas, you know, if just one of your villagers carry stuff, they can't carry very much. And typically what you would do is just grab hold of one of them in first-person view, and say you have, you have two barns. Say there's a barn way up here, and then there's your barn way down here. Well, our blacksmith shop is here, and as is our weaver's workshop is right here. So the clothing and the tools that they make are going to go into this barn unless that barn is full. So to help spread that out and make it a little easier for your villagers, you might have a villager go in and pick up some of that stuff, and you have to do this manually, and transfer it from this barn and walk them up to the other barn. Okay, you see how that works? Things from the warehouse are the same way. You can transfer them manually with a villager in first person, or you have to get to where you have caravanners, which I think is something you have to research. You have to have the port to send off an expedition to get that. This is interesting because I'm not sure how that's going to work. I didn't see that in the update, so I may have to reread it in case I missed something. Okay, enough willy foo stuff. Let's get cracking, McCracken, and see if we can get some stuff done here with our villagers. All right, so we're full up with 20. Oh, here's another thing. 21 number of idle villagers. No, that's. What is that? That's not idle villagers. This is idle villagers here. Okay? So what I think this is saying is this is your number of tools. What is this? Number of hungry villagers. Okay, we have none. Number of idle villagers. We have none. 27, I think, well, corresponds with. So that says number of idle villagers. We don't have 27 villagers, so that doesn't work. We only have 21. And then this is number. Okay, so this mouse over stuff they still got to work on. Okay, number of workplaces. Oh wait, excuse me. All right, let me math this real quick. So we can have 3 fishermen. We can have 3 gatherers. That's 6. We can have 3 hunters, that's 9. We can have 1 farmer, that's 10. We can have 3 foresters, that's 13. 3 lumberjacks, that's 16. 6 clay miners, that's 22. Blacksmiths, 23. Weavers, 24. Furnace is 25. 2 kilners, that's 27. Okay, so this number here, you can see, all right, so there's 21 villagers. That's this total number here, right? And that's indicated right here next to the name. Now, this is the number of homes. This is the amount of housing available. I think if we built like a shack or something, then we could see, this number change. But we just got this. 27 is the total number of spots open in professions. We don't currently have this field assigned to have anybody work in it, right? So watch the number right here by the hammer. This is going to tell us what this is. That number right there, if I add 1 person here, which means the maximum allowed to work in the field, click, boom, there it is. So that's what that number is. So the total number of professions you have, job of openings, let's say, that you have. All right, total number of openings is this number here by the hammer. All right, number of workplaces. All right, so I'm trying to think. We haven't had to use this field the last couple of years. Now this little symbol here looks a little different. Let's see what this says. Is it going to say anything? It doesn't look like it's going to say anything. All right, maybe it's not going to say anything. Wait a minute. These tabs are different. These are new. So that's the general information. This will tell you who's working there. This tells you what? Flax. Okay. That's what's growing in the field. Oh, looky here. That's neat. So it shows you how your production looks. Okay, they added some nifty stuff here. So if we assign someone to the field, it's going to show who it is right here. All right. So that's cool. I like it. Okay, and yeah, it's saying there's one there's one poor little plant of flax laying in that field under the snow, and we don't have it gathered at this point. We're not gonna stress about that. Okay. All right. So that's what that is right there. And we're gonna go ahead and put someone back in it. But the question is, let's see if there's anything new here. No, there's not. All right, so let's see what we've got. We've got 1,784 vegetables, which is potatoes, effectively. We've got no wheat, but we don't need any because we can't do anything with it. Grass, we've got 435, which is harvested. It becomes hay. Oats, we've got 300, which we don't need because we don't have any animals to feed. Okay. And then we got 358 flax, which the weaver's currently working on, making more clothing. So we've got 28 clothing. Okay, so that number's going to keep going up. We've got 24 high quality tools, and we've got some cast iron. So our blacksmith is still cranking out some stuff. We've got 3 people not doing anything at the moment. We want to keep at least one person, adult, available to run stuff around from barns to houses or pick things up. Okay, so that means we've got 2 people we can allocate to something. Now we still don't have a lot of clay going on, and we're waiting on 4 teenagers to grow up. So what we're going to do is we're going to hold off on the clay for now. Well, we're going to actually check something first. Before I say that, I don't think we're going to need that much clay for this. We're going to go to food production, and we're going to look at a hunter's lodge. A hunting cabin requires no clay. This is good. Okay, so we talked about this at the end of last episode. What we wanted to do with the hunting cabin. And it's located right here. 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 Is it over here? Maybe it's here. Where the hell's the hunting cabin? Damn it. This is the gatherer's hut under here. You know, I had this issue last time we played, and I'm not quite sure what is causing it. But I'm left clicking, and nothing is happening. All right. Well, I know what we did last time. We were able to build something. So I'm going to take a hunting cabin. And this is kind of a pain in the butt to do in the snow. But, all right. What I'm looking at is positioning this, where I can, it's a clean spot to build it, okay? And then B, I want to try to give us enough room. Let me try to back the view out just a little bit more, and I can't. Crap. All right. Oh, there's that, there's the other woodcut, Forester's Lodge. All right, it's right there. But we're not going to put, I said we were going to put this close, but not right there. Once again, I find myself not able to see what I need to see. And what I need to see is the sea. All right. So what I'm trying to figure out right now is where we can put these 2 hunting cabins to make sure we provide maximum coverage for the village and just outside the village. So basically, we want to cut off the routes of approach for animals. All right. So, okay, so here's the mark. This little tree right here, that little skinny tree right there, that's the one we're looking at. So if we go here, we've got some overlap. Some overlap's okay. I kind of like this location here because it cuts off this whole side over here. It's not far away from the village, so our hunters should not starve. We get a little overlap on the water. That's a good thing. Let me zoom in. I want to make sure that I actually want to have it facing us. That's what I want right there. Then it's easier to find, I think. Because if it's facing away from us, it's covered in snow, and that makes it harder to see. All right? So let's just put this maybe, and maybe not quite there, right about there-ish. No, no, there. Okay, we're going to build that right there. Okay. All right. So now we've got to assign a builder. And we can use 2. There's no rush on this, so we're going to just assign 1 for now. Again, we've got kids growing up. So this will work out. We're going to get that one built, and then we're going to move the other one a little further out and a little to the right. So let's go ahead and crank it up here and get this thing built. That will... Oh, God. I've got like snow blindness. Snow's beautiful, but man, it's hard to see. I think we put... There it is, right there. All right, so let's monitor this. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and put that second person that's available on here. All right, so we got tons of firewood. We've got lots of logs. Okay, we're good on stone. We're okay on ore. We're really good on hay. We're a little light on the clay side. We can rectify that. As we get some kids growing up to adults, teenagers becoming adults, if we get them during the winter here, we'll go ahead and shove them in the mine. If not, not worried about it. I'm going to put a couple on hunting, though, because we're getting a little low on meat. We got 426 fish, 420 fish, whatever. But I'm trying to expand the hunting grounds outward a little bit and set up so we have 2 hunting cabins. We're going to have 2 hunters in each, so that will hopefully allow us to cover more ground and make sure that we get more meat in from the hunt. Okay, so this cabin's about to be done, and once a couple more pieces get put in place, bada bing, bada boom. There we go. Anytime. Our people are out felling trees. That's really good. There we go. Very good. Okay, so now we're going to take 2 people off that construction, and we're going to put them on here. Now, what I'm going to do here, though, is actually limit the number of people available to work here to 2. Now, so that means we'll have a maximum of 2 hunters. See if we so now it says, see, there's 5 that we can assign to the profession. That's because the other hunting cabin's still set up to run with 3. 3's the maximum. All right, where is that? There it is. See, now I click on it and now it works. I'm going to have to report that as a bug because that happened last time too. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing here, although that's kind of a little bit pointless, but that's okay. It's not going to hurt anything. Oh, no, that's going to make sure 2 people are assigned to both. All right, so we know that hunting cabin is right here. Right here. There. All right, now see the radius? See, there's a bear right out here. Go get that sucker. So we're going to build another hunting cabin. It's getting into late winter. Temperatures are 26. And I think I see where we're going to build it, because this tree right there, that tree right there was kind of the line, right? So here's this one. See how this tree right here is included in that? It's captured. So I'm going to look to this tree to be our reference point, okay? So let's pause, right, chaw, and go over here to build another hunting cabin. So we're going to put this one out in this space over here. And now I'm going to hit the R button to rotate it twice. Well, twice. Now it's facing us. I'm going to bring it a little. We want a little overlap. And see how it's getting out over the water just a little bit? So our overlap point is about that tree. And so this is going to push this out and still cover some of the village. Okay? So we're going to go ahead and build that one there. All right? And then we'll hit escape. That won't clear it. We got to right click. And then we got to go down here. We got to close that. Now we're going to put Efrix has grown up and is ready to work. This is good. So we're going to put 1 builder on that. Drag this down just a little bit. Hunting cabin started the construction. Okay, so in fact, I think what I'm going to do, because we've got a lot of logs going at the moment, is we're going to actually take someone off forestry and put them on that that build job. Now we're going to go to 10 times speed, and we're going to look at this field situation again, because I'm not sure if we want to put someone to work in this field, because we have this field we've been growing potatoes in, right here, and that will grow, you know, we get about 500 a season out of it. So this is kind of our utility field here. The question is, should we expand it perhaps a little bit to increase the production? And I'm not sure if I can expand it at the moment, but I don't think we need to. All right, we're in the early spring. The temperature's coming up. So let's keeping an eye on this here for a minute, because I want to check on the construction on that hunting cabin. Okay, the flax number's coming down. Again, we don't need grass, we don't need oats, we don't need wheat. So we either want to get flax or potatoes. We've got flax, and we've got enough clothing to reclothe the entire village, right? So that's a good thing. We can keep producing flax, but you know what I think we're going to do? We're going to go for potatoes for this year, okay? Just to pump that number up just a little bit. I'm a little nervous about the food supply situation, and that's part of the reason why we're upping the hunting cabins to 2. All right, where did we put that one? It's right over in here. There it is, right there. Okay, so basically it needs stone, and then the labor. The land's been leveled. It's got 40 logs. It's got 10 hay. It's got 16 out of 20 stone. It needs 4 more stone. Okay, the temperature dropped again, so that's good. We're in early spring. We just got a cold snap. Now, it's probably going to jump back up here real quick, and then we're going to have to assign people to the fields. So now we're getting the construction done. Now it's snowing again. It's 24 degrees. All right, so I'm watching that weather. Now we're up to 26. Now we're into spring. Now the sun's coming out. The snow's going to start to melt once we hit 32. There's 28. Come on, get it done.
Get her done.
There's 30. Come on. 5, 6. Okay, good. Done. Pause. Okay. So now this hunting cabin, we're going to do this. We're going to drop this down to 2. We're going to go to our original hunting cabin, which we can kind of see now. It's right here. And we're actually going to demolish it. Now, again, to demolish a building, you go to this button right here, which is General Resources or whatever. Okay? You come over here to this button, Deconstruct. And we're going to deconstruct this hunting cabin. Okay? While we're at it, we're going to go ahead and take 2 people off of it, and those 2 hunters are going to move over to the new hunting cabin. Okay? So, we've got that set. We're going to go ahead and turn that off. And we're going to move out somewhere safe and right-click to turn that off. Now, we've showed 0 people in the... Okay, there's 32 degrees. Full stop. We need to get our people in the fields. All right, so we don't need carpenter or construction workers, which is kind of odd. I wonder if a laborer will just deconstruct the building. I guess we'll keep an eye on it here. All right, so with those 2 people available, we're going to put the 2 of them into the fields. Now, I'm not terribly worried about getting a gatherer yet, and we're still expecting 3 teenagers to grow up to become adults. So there's going to be one other thing we want to do here. And if we need to allocate people out, we're up to 36 tools. This is good. So really, we could shut down all this right here, because we're kind of good to go on both those things. And I really like to do that during the winter. But so let's go ahead and shut them down, and them down. Okay, so that gives us some people. All right, now we're going to go ahead and hit speed here. Okay. And that hunting cabin is going to get deconstructed somehow, some way. I think. See, normally when you have something to be deconstructed, you've got to have a person. Ah, there we go. That's what it was. All right, so I guess one of the hunters could deconstruct it. All right, so you got to have somebody assigned to the deconstruction job, right? That makes sense. All right, the next thing we want to do is to address our food issues is look at building a fishing cabin, a fisherman's lodge. And again, see, we've got our original one over there. Now, what we want to do first is turn this off for a second. Oh my God, I can't see because of the frickin' rain. Wow. Maybe I need to change the brightness, or maybe I just need to get out of the clouds. All right. Oh, it's happening again. Why is it doing this to me? Okay, we'll use the fisherman's lodge in place of the fisherman's lodge. That makes sense, right? Okay, so there is the circle, the radius of it, right? That's what I want to look at. I want to look at building another fisherman's lodge. We can either build it over here or build it over here. I'm kind of thinking over here is better. And maybe on that little point right there. But let's turn it, and we can build it right about, you know what, we're going to maybe build right over here. All right, let's see here. Oh, you know what the problem right there is? The water's really shallow. It would be deeper here. We may not have as much area to actually work, but there is deeper water here, which means there's more fish. Okay, so I'm trying to get the damn thing on the... There we go. Can't build in this area. Why not? There we go. All right, see if I can get a little bit closer to water. Nope. Okay. So let's build the fisherman's lodge there. That's going to... We may have a little bit of overlap, but not too much. All right, so there we go. So now we've set up the construction of the fisherman's lodge. We're going to close the menu item down here. We're still at warp speed. All right, so we've got one person. We're going to put a second person into working on that. And then we're going to send... Oh, good. Someone else just grew up. Very good. We're going to send a couple of them out to be gatherers. We're looking really good on the logs and the trees. Okay, now see how it's kind of cleared off up here? That will cause problems with... Now, let's see how we got this, because we got someone working here. There's Tegan. She's a forester, all right? She's 16. So see, there's the production. Nifty stuff. All right, I like it. Very cool. All right, Tegan, we're going to have her switch back to planting and switch out of cutting, okay? And the reason I want to do that is because that area is getting a little more barren. And when it gets barren, the animals will leave. You'll have less animals in the area. So we're going to have this one continue in cutting on this side. And remember, we can always assign resource gathering and have people cut additional trees in closer to the village. All right. So the fisherman's lodge is complete. All right. So now, here's what I want to do with this. I want to balance this out and put a little more manpower onto fishing. All right, so we click on this, and for some reason it works. We're going to drop this to 2. Close it. We're going to take this one, and we're going to drop this to 2 as well. So like the hunting cabins, we're going to have 2 people assigned to each. So that means we're upping the total number of people fishing to 4. And then we should not overfish those areas having those numbers. We have 4 people available to do stuff. So let's take a quick look. Maybe there's some stuff they can gather. All right. Let's click on everything. And let's maybe look a little further out from the village than we have before. All right. So there's logs, trees. Okay, look there. There's a bunch of stone and ore and even some hay. So we're already clearing trees in this area. Let's just gather this area here. Yeah, there we go. All right, let's have them go hit that. All right. So the people will go gather resources from that area. And since it's warm now, early summer, it shouldn't be any problem with anybody freezing or anything like that. Okay, that should work out for us. Also, since we do have clay available, I'm thinking maybe, boy, I wonder how quickly we could level up one of these homes, and if we'd lose anybody. It's early summer. Let's see how much it's going to cost to do this. Wait, what? Small house. Wait a minute. Oh, there it is. Hold it. I see it now. Okay. Right here is level up. All right, so this is showing everybody who lives in the house. This is showing what they've got in the house. I'm not sure what the hell all this is showing. It's kind of crazy. Okay. We'll have to figure that out. All right. All right. Improved medium-sized living space with extra bedrooms. High chance pregnancy chance. Capacity 6. All right. So this is going to take 150 logs, 50 stones, 60 ore, 20 clay, and 30 hay, and 12 man hours. We're going to get busy on that, and we're going to put 3 people on it. Okay. So hopefully we're going to get this done really quick before people like die on us. I'm taking a chance here. Actually, you know what? Hold up. Full pause, because we can always stop this. All right. Man. Okay. Do I hit the escape button now? There we go. I want to save the current game right where we're at. Yeah. New game saved, Mirefield. Okay. We're going to save it at this point because I'm not going to have people die on me because, you know, they weren't able to frickin' pull off the job here. So this is going to be a little bit of a test for you to see if this works. Notice I've got 3 people. That's the maximum working on the upgrade. So this is the house here. All right. The logs are being moved. Nothing has to be moved terribly far because the warehouse is right next door to it. 52, 65. Come on, move, move, move. Let's go, let's go. Boogity, boogity, boogity. 117. All right, all the stone's there. All the clay is there. All the hay is there. All the logs are there. Now we need the ore there. And then we need the manpower to actually do the upgrade. All right? So we're taking a chance here, and we're hoping that nobody starves on us. Okay, all the materials are there. Now we're doing the build. All right, come on, build faster. Build faster. Faster, faster, faster. Faster, you fool. Find some DeWalt power tools and build this bitch. Okay, now people are getting hungry. This is not good. We can't let them go hungry for long. We're going to see if we make it through this. Come on. Come on, we're almost there. We're almost there. Come on. Get the damn thing done. And bingo, we're done. All right, go get some food. Go get some food. Quickly. All right, I think we're good. Woo! Oh, damn it! King starved to death. Son of a bitch. Well, that sucks. We got all of them but one, I guess. Damn, that pisses me off. We were so close, and he didn't quite make it. Okay, so what does that mean? That means we have 2 slots available, and even if you're maxing out the construction, it's really dicey if you try to upgrade a home and you don't have anywhere for the people in it to go. So now, what do we do? Well, okay, first off, they're going to burn King's body. You know what? I don't like the name King anyway. So that sounded kind of pompous. I guess Anakin could be the next to die if anybody. All right, so we know we have a right there's the pyre, okay? And his body will be taken to the pyre, and then it will be burned so we don't get any disease issues. All right, and so for now, that just kind of bums me out. But what we're going to do is continue in the next episode our upgrading of our homes, and next time we're going to be a little smarter about it. Hopefully, no one's going to get pregnant here too quick, and that's going to be the trick. See, small house, 5 out of 6. Oh, they're expecting a baby already. Damn it. Huh. Oh, Trandy's become the tailor. Okay, she changed professions. All right, so this small house has 2 spots open, which really is only 1 because the other house is expecting a baby. This house is full. All right. Expecting a baby and having the baby are 2 different things. So next time what we'll look to do is we'll build a shack. We'll probably improve it immediately. That'll give us a space for 4 people. And with that, I think we can do our upgrades because we should still have 1 open slot available in our housing. And that way the people can move into the shack. They'll have a place to live while we upgrade the house, and nobody should starve on us, okay? So that's going to be our plan next time. We're growing potatoes. We're going to feed everybody. Oh, yeah, look here. We're in summer. It's pretty warm. We're actually at the peak of the temperature rating for this thing. It should grow 665. Yeah, so it's showing 17 potatoes. So those are coming in. And then we've got potatoes in this field, which is only showing 3 right now, but 763. So the fields, we've got plenty of food coming in there. The amount of meat is starting to come up. The fish number is still not where I'm happy with it, but we're going to add more villagers. On the next episode, we'll have a baby obviously being born. We'll have a teenager that will become an adult to replace King. And we'll look to continue building our village of Mirefield. Hey, I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, please hit the like button. If you have any questions, comments, or constructive criticism on how I can make the videos better or more entertaining or whatnot, please feel free to put those below. Share with your friends. Tell them about Life is Feudal Forest Village. A patch just came out, so maybe you haven't visited the game in a while. Maybe you want to come back and check it out. It's available now on Steam, link in the description below. And, of course, subscribe for more great content coming soon. We appreciate you stopping by, and the views, the likes, the shares, and the subscribes. Hope everyone has a great day. Take care now. I'm A-Train. It's over, and I'm out.